We will study about the active voice and passive voice. So, students, what it mean by an active voice? When the subject of a sentence does the action, the sentence is said to be an active voice. It means when the subject of a sentence does any action, this sentence is said to be an active voice. Okay. When the subject of a sentence has the action done to it, that is, it acts as the object, the sentence is said to be passive voice. It means, student, when the subject of a sentence act as an object, the sentence is said to be in passive voice. Okay. We use an active verb to say what does the subject does, and we use a passive verb to say what happened to the subject. See the difference. Here we use active verb to say what the subject does, and we use passive verb to say what happened to the subject. See the difference. First one is the boy runs a race. Okay, it means the boy runs a race. In passive, we call it a race is run by the boys. Here subject has become an object here. Okay. Second point, your father trusts you. You are trusted by your father. Mr. Verma will buy a new house. A new house will be bought by Mr. Verma. The gardener watered the plant. The plants were watered by the gardener. The farmers were plowing the fields. The fields were being plowed by the farmer. Mother has made a delicious cake. A delicious cake has been made by the mother. Okay. See, when we transform a sentence from active to passive voice, the object in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. Subject in the active voice become by plus agent in the passive voice. Okay. Okay, student, there is a table according to which you will be understand how we change the active voice in passive voice. Okay, in active voice, when we use first form of verb plus s. In passive, it is transformed into is, am, are plus third form of verb. Okay, and in if we use second form in active, this second form is changed into was, were plus third form of verb. Okay, and in active voice has, have, had plus verb third form is changed into has, have, had plus being plus third form of verb. Okay, and in active voice is, am, are, was, were plus ing form of verb is changed. In passive voice it is changed into is, am, are, was, were plus being plus third form of verb. Okay, and in models active voice will, shall, can, etc. plus first form of verb. In passive model the change into will, shall, can plus be plus third form of verb. Remember, the passive voice always take third form, third form, third form, third form, third form, and third form. See, okay, it is take always third form with a suitable helping verb. Okay, according to the helping verb we change the, according to the need we change the helping verb, but there is always third form of verb in the passive voice. Okay, the following table will help you to remember the passive form of various sentences. Like in present simple tense, active voice make, and in passive we call it is made. In continuous present is making, and in passive is being made. Perfect active has made, has been made in passive. Okay, perfect continuous has been making, and there is no passive in perfect continuous tense. Okay, past simple active made, in passive was made. Past continuous active was making, in passive was being made. Okay, perfect had made, in passive had been made. Perfect continuous had been making, and there is no passive in perfect continuous tense. Okay, future simple will make, in passive will be made. Will be making in future continuous tense active, then there is no passive tense in future continuous. Okay, will have made, will have been made in passive. Okay, will have been making in perfect continuous, and there is no passive for perfect continuous tense. Note that we have 12 tenses in the active voice but only 8 tenses in the passive voice. So students, we change passive voice according to our active voice. Okay, but it always take Third form of verb with a suitable helping verb.